Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone to this live stream, which is so cool. I'm going to bring on an amazing young talent. His name is Leon Mendonca. He's 14 years old and he is already rated 2530. He has two GM norms. His story is one of turning adversity into opportunity. He is in Europe since 9 months now, around 8 months. He was there in March when the lockdown began, and he struggled to come back home to India. He was unable to do so. And then he decided to play one tournament after the other, and in that he's managed to reach a rating beyond 2500. He scored two GM norms and is now just one GM norm away from becoming India's latest grandmaster. So it's my immense pleasure to welcome him. Let me first check if everything is good with the sound and everything is fine. Welcome everyone. This is going to be a short stream. Leon is going to show us one of his best games from the tournament where he made his second GM norm. So now that everything is good, a lot of people joining in, let me welcome the man of the moment, the one and only Leon. Hello, Leon. How are
Sagar.
you? You're good? You're good?
I'm
Nice
good.
earphones. I like the green color.
Yeah. Thank you. My father bought them for
Ah,
me as a present on
wow,
crossing
wow,
2500.
that's cool. That's cool. Leon, you have been, when the lockdown began, you were 2450 or 2460, right? 2452 with
2452.
no GM norms. And now you are
Yeah.
2531 with two GM norms. And how many tournaments did you play in the last 8 months?
Uh, about
About 10
10 maybe.
tournaments. You played a lot of tournaments there. And right now, where are you? You are in
Right now I'm in
Budapest.
Budapest.
It's like you're home away
Yeah.
from home. Leon is from Goa,
Yeah.
guys, and he lives in Goa where he has his mother, his sister who are there. But Leon is in Budapest with his father, and he's been traveling extensively in Europe, chasing that GM title. Leon, it's really an inspiring story of how you are constantly, over there. How are things with you?
Things are good. It's good here.
I guess sound will be okay now. Things are good.
Yeah, things are good.
All are good. All
Yes.
things are good there. Leon, we will get Leon and get to know his full story when he becomes a grandmaster. So that should happen whenever he gets his final GM norm. But as of now, what we are going to do is, Leon, we are going to see one of the games where you made your second GM norm in the tournament first Saturday. Yes,
Yes.
it was in Budapest.
Yes.
And which game would you show us?
The second round game. Actually, I didn't play it as the second round because I came 2 days after the tournament started because of the tournament in Germany. So I played this game on the free day, the second free day. So that was like actually maybe the sixth round or seventh round actually for me. But technically, it's the second
Second
round.
round. Okay. Okay. And who's your opponent? Tibor Fogarashi. Who is he?
He's actually a grandmaster from Hungary. Uh, he's been playing chess for a long time. He's about 50 years old, and he's been playing first Saturdays also for a long time. So yeah.
Okay. Brilliant. Brilliant. So we are going to look at this game. Leon is white. And Leon, whenever you think there's an interesting moment, we will ask a question to the chat also. There are a lot of people around, more than 700 people watching this, and maybe they will join in. So they will
Oh,
answer some questions. Yeah.
okay, sure.
Okay. So Leon, how did the game begin? You played one d4,
Yes. Knight f6,
c4.
c4. Now my opponent is actually a Grunfeld player. He plays g6, knight c3. So I had actually prepared that for the whole morning. Even in fact, the last first Saturday we played, he played Grunfeld against me. but today he surprised with me with the
What
Benko.
happened in the result of the last first
I
Saturday?
won that game, but already in that tournament I couldn't get a norm, so the game wasn't so important.
Okay, so c5, d5.
Uh, yeah, I thought of playing knight f3, but I thought why not d5? I'm not scared of Benoni or Benko now, so I had
Yeah.
a plan what to do against it.
Okay, d5 and b5. Guys, Benko gambit, one of the most active gambits and long-term compensation for black when he plays this. And Leon, you had some preparation up your sleeve, so you took the pawn. He played
No,
a6.
actually, I'm not. I don't know much about Benko. I played one game in Queen C2 instead of C takes B5, but that didn't go well for me, and I decided to take the pawn now. It was just
Yeah.
an over the board decision. So
Okay, so no
I have
preparation.
no idea what I'm supposed to do after that. So
Okay. Okay.
so I
He
just
played
took.
d6 here.
I think this is not the most accurate move, but still, it'll
G6,
come to
I
the same
guess,
thing.
is the
Yeah,
most accurate. But okay, anyway, it's this. It leads to the similar positions.
yeah. I
Uh,
think the same position also. So
Black took here,
yeah,
knight f3,
yeah. G6.
g6, and you
So
went
black.
e4.
Yeah, black is basically just doing the thing of playing on the A and B files, so all general stuff going on.
Yeah, this is all theory. Black gets play here. White tries to play in the center with his pawns. Oops, sorry. He took on f1. King
Yeah, king
takes.
F. Bishop G7, knight BD7. Okay, he could have played Bishop G7, but I don't know exactly why he chose this move order. G3.
Yeah,
It looks like I've lost a lot of tempes like king into F1, G3, king G2, but actually the G3, king G2 is actually useful, so it's not that bad that I've lost castling and all that. So.
yeah, this is a very good, safe position for the king. And remember, guys, Leon is a pawn up here, so he definitely is doing well. But this is how black usually plays. He castles, and
Yeah.
now he puts his queen on a5 and then rook on b8. And with these two pieces down these files and also the bishop looking in this diagonal, it creates a lot of counterplay.
And somehow he'll try to get the knight c4 or a4, try to exchange c3 knight, and basically just exchange everything on the queen side and attack those pawns. So
Yeah.
uh, I played
Here,
queen c2. It
here the
looked,
main move is, I guess, rook e1 or even
yeah,
h3, but Leon went queen c2.
it looked normal to me, and defending e4 and protecting b2. And anyways, I guess queen is placed there only. So
Yeah,
uh,
yeah. Queen
queen.
a5.
I'm not sure whether he goes queen b6 or queen a5, but I think if I remember correctly, he spent some time on this move, queen a5. So.
Right.
Anyways, queen a5.
Leon, everyone in the chat is saying this boy is so mature. He doesn't look 14. He seems very mature. And I think I agree with all of them. Leon is just 14 age wise, but in maturity levels, he's much, much elder and, very, very calm, level headed person. Although you should see him sometimes when he is in his fun mode, then he is a 14-year-old. And also, guys, all those who are asking, is he the brother of the girl who made the rap song on Go Corona? Yes, Beverly's brother and Leon. So we published this song a few days ago, so that's how they know her.
Yeah, I saw that.
They have a constant thing. Is it Beverly's brother or is Beverly Leon's sister? But okay,
Yeah. I was also
we
wondering when you said Beverly's brother. Like, wait, who's who?
well, I use it in both ways because both are such big talents. So
Yeah.
h3 was played by Leon here.
Actually, I think I wanted to go bishop d2 first, but it would allow some knight g4 menu. I think that's a common menu if I'm not wrong. So.
Yes, knight g4 with idea of knight e5 and coming to c4. So
Hmm.
sorry. So here h3 was played.
I'm not sure it's the most accurate, but it's not bad. So I
Yeah.
played it. So he brought his rook fb8,
Yeah,
and now bishop d2. It made a lot of sense to me because first I'll have to consolidate my queen side and somehow get a4 knight b5. That's one of the main ideas for black, I thought, during the game.
Yeah,
Then it's like
in
kind
the
of blocked.
Benko, if you can get a4 and knight b5, it's very good. So here he went knight to e8, and also a typical idea, because knight c7, knight, not such a big jump, knight to b5, and you exchange this important knight here.
Yeah, and also my a4 and knight b5 ideas stop. So yeah.
You can't play a4 now.
I can, but not sure why I didn't play it. I think.
Queen b4, or no, queen b4, knight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I think it was queen b4. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah. It was queen b4. But I think it's still possible. I just didn't want his queen to come in. It's a matter of taste, I think. I thought it's safer to just bring the rook hb1 first. So then I plan a4.
Yeah, you played rook hb1 here.
I don't know. Is this normal stuff or?
Yeah, generally, if you can get this in a4 and knight b5, I think you will be better. But it all depends on these next few moves, what happens. So,
Yes.
queen a6 was played by him here.
I think he thought for about 20 minutes on this. I was surprised. I thought knight c7 was most natural. So.
Hmm.
But anyways, I guess someday he'll have to move his queen because of the bishop. So it's fine.
Yeah.
I played a4 because yeah, that's all I'm playing for.
He
Uh,
went rook b4 anyway.
yeah, I
And
thought
and
he would
he,
go knight c7. I'm not sure what I would do. Maybe a5 or something. I don't
yeah.
remember exactly what I thought during the game,
Yeah, but
but it
then
was
knight
something like this.
b5, and then you can exchange it,
Yeah, maybe I can
and
extend.
generally you can maybe put the bishop here later.
Right now, not because the a5 pawn will
a5
hang,
pawn.
but in the future, like rook a2, rook a1, and bishop c3. That's a nice plan. But it'll be difficult to get. I'll have to work for it.
Yeah, yeah. So you see how black still has compensation even though he's a pawn down. But Fogarashi went rook b4, okay, and Leon went a5,
Because
okay.
I realize I can't get knight b5 because of ticks on a4, but a5, my bishop on d2 supports it through x-ray, and also you can't get knight b6, knight c4. So
Stopping
that's
this plan as well. Okay, so here after rook a b8, he played some pressure on you, but you were very calm. You pulled your knight back
yeah. I
to
realize
d1.
the knight is misplaced over there. It's actually doing nothing, and my bishop needs to defend the a5 pawn. So I thought of knight d1 naturally. So.
Yeah, yeah.
I also thought of knight a4 to just kick this rook away, but if knight d1 works, I thought I should play it. Yeah, so
Yeah, knight d1, and he didn't move his rook immediately. He played the move queen e2, pinning you here.
I thought if he moves rook b3 to try and create some threats here, then I would play rook a3. And if
Ah,
he
very
takes,
interesting.
it's just good for me because I'm a pawn up and my pawn is passed, and in the endgame, it's difficult to stop it. Yeah. So
Yeah, and you've got a lot of pieces exchanged off.
yes, and I can easily stop his c pawn. So.
Very nice, very nice.
So if he moves rook b5 here, then my plan was to play rook a2, rook a2, whatever black does, rook
Let's say
ba1,
knight c7.
yeah, rook ba1, and
Yeah.
then bishop. I don't know, whatever. I don't think he has much to do anyway. So
He can't do much, he's waiting, and you can improve your position like knight e3, knight c4,
the
bishop
main thing,
c3,
bishop c3 I have to get in first, then everything is alright
then
because he can
defending
never
b2.
take my b2 pawn. So,
Yeah,
and if
cool.
bishop takes c3, bc3, so that's always good for me.
Right.
Mm. So I think he realized this, and that's why he tried to do queen e2.
e2, yeah.
I was
And
a little worried about queen c4, but it's actually not a big deal because now my e4 pawn gets weak, no? So I can
but
just take, and it's similar to the game actually. So maybe you can just go to the game.
let's go to the game. He went queen e2, and now Leon pushed forward with a6 already. Very interesting move. He's
Uh,
like, okay, take my pawn here.
hmm,
So Fogarashi took,
yes.
and you gave the pawn.
Actually, the one funny thing is that if rook b3 instead of queen takes e4, Rook
Attacking
a3.
here, yes.
Yes. I can't go bishop c3. I have to go knight g1.
Wow.
And it's
Leon, you
actually,
should, if there are such very nice moves, please ask the people so they can guess the moves that you are playing.
okay, okay. But
Very nice at G1.
not so beautiful, but
No, I love
have to
it.
do.
I love it. It's
Oh,
it's a nice move. Queen
it looks like
D3
some.
and then you just exchange it, yeah, like and
Yeah, then my pawn just goes ahead and bishop c3 or a7 first and bishop c3 maybe.
right, right.
It looks like something's going to fall with knight g1, but in fact it's all okay. So
Yeah. Queen takes E4, U2,
uh,
U2.
takes, yeah.
And now it
Now,
seems like material is even, but suddenly your pawn is very strong and you went knight to E3.
the most important thing is that black's rook is completely out of play. My pawn structure is terrible, but that it's not important now. The a pawn is most important thing now. So.
Yeah, this guy suddenly is sort of trapped in the center of the board.
Yeah.
So knight to
So
C7
now I
and
guess I'll have to push a7 one day, so I push it now.
you anyway pushed it. Rook
He had to go rook
A8.
a.
Maybe this is a
Now
good
his
moment, yeah, to think of a good move for white because
yeah.
uh, it's already like you have a nice position, but you need to make sure that you don't let black sort of round this pawn up.
Yes, yes.
So white to play here. I think it's like a prophylactic move, yeah, Leon.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Okay, so white to play here, and what should white play here, guys? In the chat, if you can find the answer to this, would be very cool. Okay, I will enable slow mode. A lot of people spamming here, so I can enable the slow mode. Otherwise, people will write the same answer many times.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay, rook a3, bishop c3 says some people. New Patel says rook a5, rook a5, b4, rook a5, g4 maybe. Yeah, okay, b4. Lot of interesting moves. Leon, is your phone ringing or it's just vibrating?
Yeah, actually, the phone has that ringtone. My father put it. It's a bird
Okay, okay,
tweeting. So
but
I'll put
it's
the sign. I'll put the sound off. 1 second.
okay. Leon has made a small studio like setup with his phone light. So uh, that's how Leon is living his life right now with all these little innovations to keep himself. All the people in the chat who mentioned Rook A5, well done, fantastic move. Leon, can you explain why you played Rook A5?
Yeah, sure. So black's idea was knight b5 to take the a7 pawn.
Yeah.
It might not work tactically, but it's always a potential threat. And also, my plan now is to play b4 to get the b1 rook into play. And
So
also,
all those who said B4, look, your rook was hanging here. That's why Leon played it to A5. Brilliant.
and b4 also solves my pawn structure problem a bit, so that's good.
Yeah, this backward pawn would be then exchanged. So bishop h6 was played.
I had a feeling my opponent thought his position wasn't so bad until this point, but here he started thinking for a long time, and I think here it's where he realized he's in trouble. So the position
Yeah,
is actually very bad for black. So
yeah, yeah. Guys, rook a5 is prophylactic because it prevents knight b5 move in general. So rook a5 and also starts preparing b4. So opponent went bishop h6 here and Leon broke here with b4. Very nice move.
yeah, I guess I'm forced to do it because my d5 pawn will fall soon. So I
His
have to do.
idea. Oh, his idea is bishop e3 and knight takes d5. So
Yeah.
Leon said, "Let me hit here." And if he had gone ahead and done this, I think
I'll
you would
just
have taken with the pawn
yeah.
or with the bishop.
I think I'll keep keep things simple with taking by the bishop and
Sure.
because
But
I don't
now,
think he doesn't have time to take the d5 pawn and all.
if he takes here, then you already have b5 now.
B c5 because
Ah,
b5 he
bc.
can block the pawn with knight b6. So
If you play b5, then knight b6 is blocked. So b takes c5 is the move here. And now
he
knight
can
takes
take on
e3.
e3 first, but
Yes,
it won't change
fe3.
much. fe3. If knight c5, rook b8, so dc5 and now rook b7. It's just
c5,
uh,
then rook b8, check, loses. And so dc5 and rook b7.
yeah,
And the knight moves, and then you give a check.
yes.
Very nice variation. And also, if I play here dc take here, then does
Uh,
that help? Maybe knight
uh,
d4 now.
yeah, I think I saw knight d4 because now d5 is protected by my rook, so it's not a trouble now. So yeah,
And
knight d4 is good enough, I think.
somehow this guy is just missing all the action on e4.
Yeah.
He's out of the game. Very nice. Very nice. So here b4, he took bishop takes
Yeah.
b4, and now
I was not sure exactly whether to take bishop takes or rook takes because the I wanted to take bishop takes of course first because my rook is going to be much better than his, but the problem was bishop takes e3 what he did in the game.
yeah, if you
fe3.
take with the rook, yeah, here.
Okay, if we take with the rook, then takes. It's not a good option actually. Takes on e3 also. Uh,
Yeah, and
I
your
think
rook, actually you wanted your rook to go in, and this rook was anyway not
yes,
so good, so why to exchange it,
yes,
right?
yes. Yeah, yeah. I can't get anything moving here. It's too slow.
Yeah, makes sense. So you took with the bishop, okay? Bishop
Yes.
takes e3,
Fe3.
fe, and
Now I
now,
focused on rook takes c3 mainly.
yeah, is there some
Mm.
special move here?
No, I think he's just trying to take as much of material as possible and before he loses material. So,
Hmm.
so I planned bishop d2 to give way for the rook.
Yeah, so that rook can jump
Yeah.
in here.
He can give a check first just before moving back. So king f1, rook e4, rook b7, rook c4. And now he's all tied up because d7 knight can't move because of rook b8 and somehow c7 knight will fall. c7 knight can't move because of d7 knight and rook has to stay on this file. So I can slowly bring my two minor pieces into play like bishop e3 and knight d4. Yeah, or even king e2 and king d3. So I plan bishop e3 honestly to protect the a7 pawn and knight d4. And I thought it should be good. I should somehow win this.
Brilliant, brilliant. So that was very nice calculation here that you saw that in spite of being a pawn down, you have complete domination in
Yeah.
this position. So he went rook c4 directly. He was not greedy for the
Uh,
pawn.
yeah, yeah. So I went bishop e1
Hmm.
because bishop d2 it looks like it's better but it doesn't make sense because why is it better than on d2? It might even run into some rook c2 things. So
So therefore you
bishop
kept it safe, and then later you can activate it this way
yes,
if
yes,
required.
yes.
Got it.
So
So king g7 was a smart move by your opponent because
yeah,
many
actually
times you were giving a check here on the last rank. So he said, okay,
yes.
let me come out.
And might want to play knight f6 or something like that. So
Yeah.
I
So
played knight
knight to
d4
d4. Yeah, yeah.
and
Were
now
you
he's
were you confident at this point, or you were like, I'm not so sure?
no, I was only not hoping. I was hoping that he would not take knight takes d5. Then I'll have to play another 50 moves and somehow win that. So,
So this takes, rook takes, and
yeah,
rook
and rook
a7.
takes.
It's winning for
Yeah.
for white because he's a piece up for just two pawns. Like this bishop is extra, but it takes a lot of time because these pawns are very solid.
Yes, yes. And my pawns are not the best.
Yeah. But your opponent was like, I can still hold him.
Yeah,
So
he
he
thought.
played rook c5, and
Hmm,
now I think another good moment to ask people, what would you play here?
okay. It's not that difficult,
Uh,
but still, yeah.
Leon is always like, yeah, all moves are simple. I just beat a GM by making all simple moves. So, but still, guys, what would you play here? Where is Leon from? Leon is from Goa. He is right now 14 years old. He's an international master with a rating of 2530, and he has two GM norms. And if he gets his final GM norm, he will be Goa's second GM, India's 67th GM, and the second GM this year after G Akash became one.
Oh.
Yeah. Very good, Kiran Purohit. Good move. Kiran Purohit has given a nice move here. A lot of people want to put knight to c6. Is that something you thought of?
Actually, honestly, no, but maybe it's fine. I didn't think of it at all. No.
Okay.
I don't
But,
know why actually. It looks natural, not so bad at this moment. So maybe there's some concrete refutation.
was it knight d5?
I'm not sure, but uh,
Knight d5, rook c5, yeah?
yeah, but that can't be a refutation knight d5. It's always as long as I have this pawn. Rook b8, but now I
Oh,
have to beat
this
piece
move.
up, but it's too many
No,
pawns, no?
this
Rook
rook
a7,
a7.
yeah.
Do
Huh,
that.
yeah. I'll have to go rook b7, but that's good for me. But,
Directly rook.
hmm.
And then if I
As long as
serve
my pawn
this,
is there, all is well. So, yeah, bishop c3 or e4, anything. Yeah.
just play calmly and then later on win it.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Okay,
I,
so you went rook b7.
yeah, I didn't see any other move. I just saw rook b7 is excellent. So, played.
Nice. Rook b7 is a very good move here.
In fact, his last move, rook c5, was the last mistake. Now it's just easy win for me.
What should he have done instead of rook c5?
Knight takes d5.
Right. This was the way in which he could have defended. Correct. So rook c5, rook b7,
It gives
knight
me a
f6.
valuable tempo, so now it's just winning. So,
And now Leon took here. Pawn
takes.
takes. He jumps in. Opponent says, okay, you're threatening now rook b8, right? So I'll play knight d5.
Now maybe you can make them think.
Okay, very good.
My move is not the only winning move, but I like the move.
It's a classy move which made the opponent resign. So white to play.
There might be many wins, so.
Many ways to win, but Leon's move made his opponent resign instantly. And it's a very cute little move. All guys, how many norms does one have to make to be a GM? He has to make 3 norms. So he has 2 norms already. He needs one more. And he's going to play a couple of tournaments after this. We'll ask him which tournaments after the game. So Harish Nair has got your move, yeah, Leon? He says
nice.
E4. Very nice. There are some other moves here. Rook b8 is one move that is being
Yeah,
suggested.
it should win. It should win.
Rook b7, knight takes e7 is also suggested. But yeah, I mean, Leon, why not rook b8? I would have played rook b8. Why did you play e4?
Yeah, rook b8 is the most natural move. He would have to go knight c7, defending his rook.
Yeah.
Now I can attack his knight by bishop a5.
Yes.
And now he can go knight fe8 and defend this knight.
Full grovel mode.
Yeah, I can slowly win, bring the king and all, blah blah blah. But the move I played was just finish it immediately.
Oh, now I get your point. Smart. Very smart move. So the thing is, here Leon played the move instead of rook b8, e4. So that if now takes, here he attacks, and once the knight goes here, he attacks this, and this knight can no longer go back to it. Is that right, Leon?
Yes,
what a
yes,
smart,
very
what
right.
a smart idea. What a smart idea. Fantastic. And after e4, your opponent just resigned the game. because his knight cannot go anywhere. Let's say his knight goes to b4, then after rook b8, this rook is trapped.
No, rook bait, my c6 knight would fall. Oh, it's still winning, but I would take on b4 first and then rook bait. Take on b4 the bishop.
Just take with the bishop first. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Take, and rook b8 just finishes him off. So after e4, Tibor Fogarashi resigned the game, and what a nice win.
He's an old school guy, so he resigned here itself. So somebody else would take knight e4 and then maybe resign.
Yeah, he's like 50 years old and very respected GM, so he played by the spirit, and he resigned. And Leon, you made your second GM norm here. Which are your next tournaments that you're planning to play?
The next tournament I'm planning to play is it's an IM round robin actually, because there's no other tournament. So I'm just playing this tournament. It's in East Hungary, so I think that's the only thing I know now.
What's the name of the city?
It's complicated, Kisujalas or something like that.
Okay. So he's going there, but that's an IM norm tournament, so you can't make a GM norm there. And what about then you will play first Saturday again in December?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So that's when Leon would have another chance at getting his third GM norm. And Leon, we wish you good luck. And how, in terms of any food dishes from Hungary, do you like something specific?
I don't think I've tasted any Hungarian food.
Really?
No.
You've been in Hungary for now nearly more than 6-7 months.
Yeah.
But you're not eaten much. You just cook at home. Your dad cooks food.
Yeah.
Amazing. Too good. And guys, with Leon, we'll have an elaborate interview after he becomes a GM. And right now, he has to focus on the next event, which starts in a couple of days. So, Leon, congratulations for this. We are very, very proud of you. In fact, if I can just show the people one small picture, that would be nice, so that you can see what the situation is out there. Yeah, this is the one picture. See, this is where he is playing there. On Leon's right is Nagy Laszlo, who's the organizer.
Nagy Laszlo, yeah.
Yeah, Nagy Laszlo, yeah.
Yeah.
And who are the other two? They are
the arbiters.
They are the arbiters. Yeah. And you have to wear this mask and play all the time.
You have to. Earlier it was they recommended but you could not wear, but now you have to wear. So.
Okay. So you have to wear the mask and play. Sometimes also the plastic cover I saw in one of the pictures.
Yeah, in open tournaments it's there, but I think now I just have to stick with the mask.
Do you feel uncomfortable while playing? Like, oh, I can't breathe.
Yeah, no, not breathing is not the problem, but spectacles fog up. So that's the only
thing. Exactly. That is a big problem. But okay, I think you found a way. Yeah, you got a good mask.
No, I don't. Mask sometimes does that, but you got to cover it so that no air goes up. So then the fog won't come on your spectacles. So then it's all right.
Right. And guys, with this performance, Leon also won the tournament. You see, there were 3 GMs playing here, and he was rated 2516, and he performed at a rating of 2668. To make a GM norm, you have to perform at a rating of 2600. He surpassed that quite easily. He scored 7.5 out of 9, which is an unbelievable performance. 3 draws and 6 wins. Too good. And just to show you the standings also of Leon here, these are the standings. First is Leon with 7.5. Second came Petko Momchil with 6 points. So he finished 1.5 points ahead of the group. Leon, did you need 7 points to make a GM norm?
Yeah, I needed 7.
You scored 7.5. You're like, okay, I'll make half point. Cool.
I scored it actually out of 8 rounds. So that was good.
You finished 7 out of 8 and then you drew the last round. Nice. Okay, Leon, thank you so much for your time, and greetings to your dad as well. And I
Thank you
hope to
very
catch up with you soon after your next tournament. Until then, take care. In many ways, Leon is the only Indian chess player who's very active right now at the top. Many of them are unable to play. So, Leon, you are like the, how do you say, the face or the hand of the country you're playing there. So
much.
good luck to you. Play well.
Thank you very much.
See you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Bye. Guys, that was Leon over here, and what a young talent he is. What an inspiring story this is for all those who have joined in here. Just think of it, yeah. He is in March in Europe to play a tournament, okay, and suddenly there's this lockdown. Now you want to go back home to your family, but you can't go anymore because the flights don't allow you to. So then you say, okay, what to do? I have to stay back. And then you stay back there. You play one tournament after the other. With a rating of 2452, you pump it up to 2530. You have no GM norms, you get two GM norms, all the while staying away from home. Uh, and it's like turning the adversity into an opportunity. This is what this young lad has done, just 14 years old. And you saw him, he's so mature, and that is being shown in this. And I can tell you, they're facing so many difficulties with traveling to countries. There's so many checkups, there's so much done, but it's his passion for chess that is keeping him going. Even today, if you see on Twitter, Vishy Anand has tweeted saying a very very inspiring story of Leon. So thank you so much for joining in over here, and getting to know about Leon. I will be now back in roughly around 3 to 4 minutes for our last stream of today, the midnight chess with Kusha, and match with Saurabh Pant. So until then, see you, and let's all cheer for Leon to become the 67th Grandmaster of India. He's just one norm away. He needs one tournament where he performs at a rating of 2600 plus. Not the next one, because there are not enough GMs in that. There are only IMs. You also need to beat GMs, like play against GMs over there. So it will be in the first week of December. So let's follow him. Until then, this is Sagar Shah signing off. Take care. Bye bye.